Folks, it's been a long time. It's been just under a month since we've come together on a pre-show like this, and I just couldn't think of a better moment in time to rejoin, to reconvene, to be here with my good friend Marcus as we celebrate the Cowboy. Hangman Adam Page is your
Yeehaw!
new AEW World Champion. What a glorious time to be alive. I was there. I was in Texas over the past week or so. Since Wednesday, I got back on Monday. I wanted to die on Monday, but that's okay. Traveling is a mess sometimes. It's very scary, but that's okay. It happens to the best of them. I had a fantastic week. We'll hopefully get into it a little bit. I see JJ is trying to call me out in the chat already, which we have a detailed story to really nip this in the bud. JJ, we have to speak on this now. But first, of course, Marcus, it's been a minute since I've spoke to you. You were on the Grin this weekend watching the shows alongside the fellas. I'm sure you had a fucking blast. Tell me all about it, brother.
I had the time of my life. And funny enough, we made a little deal that as soon as the main event started, I would just watch it alone because I was gonna go absolutely ballistic and say a whole bunch of obscenities and maybe a couple of things that maybe probably shouldn't air. But the Cowboy got it done. Hangman Adam Page, my glorious, beautiful, wonderful Cowboy, our glorious, beautiful, wonderful Cowboy, is once again your AEW World Champion. And I couldn't have do a better pre-show with him on top than with my brother Novi right here. And it was your birthday this week. Happy birthday, by the way.
It was on Sunday. That was my birthday. So the day after Hangman won his belt, I got to celebrate number 22 on the years. So appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. And I'm curious actually, because I obviously I posted a video of my reaction to the match, and I've spoken about it a little bit on LNG Productions. What did you think of that fucking match, dog? That match was really good.
It was fucking tremendous. So a lot of the things that I've said about Jon Moxley over the last 9 months or so, in one match, he didn't erase all because a lot of bad shit happened. I'm gonna be very clear, but that was probably the best match of his entire career, best performance of his entire career.
Oh yeah,
because in one match, hell, in just the finish alone, he personified exactly what this Death Riders thing was supposed to be about. Like he talks about people stepping up or getting stepped on, everyone is complacent, blah blah blah. Here comes Hangman, dealing with his bullshit like a man, like he did with Swerve on the Collision on Thursday before. He just comes out saying this is other woke nonsense. Well, in reality, he's actually scared because the most dangerous Hangman is a Hangman that has his shit together, professionally and personally. And he buried all the hatches there, got cleared the air. People came out to help him. There was no bullshit, no music, no nothing. Oh, and the best part, nobody touched Mox. Not a single person that got involved touched Mox. They just cleared the runway, got the Death Riders out of the way, and let Hangman handle his business. And Hangman accepted help from Swerve giving him the chain. And in the finish, he went from being tough, stomped on the entire roster, terrorizing everybody, just looking like a fucking pussy at the end, until there was no recourse left but to tap out.
Fish out of water, brother.
Exactly. He's like, oh my god, there's no one helping me. Gets up to the apron. He's like, oh shit, I'm done. Tap.
Very reminiscent to their Revolution match. I watched that match actually before I had left the Revolution, so I could see all the callbacks that happened during it because there was a lot of Revolution callbacks within that match. But yeah, it was a godly performance from Jon Moxley. I've spoken about it. I made some tweets praising Mox. I gave him a lot of shit, and I think at times he deserved it. I didn't think he was perfect. I think there was a lot of missteps with the storyline. I think a lot of missteps with where he wanted to go with the character. But at the end of the day, it's about how you finish. And Jon Moxley finished showing everyone why people call him the ace of the universe. It's really that simple. It's really that simple.
There's one thing he'll always do in life is put Hangman Page over. So
that's true. That's true. And you know what? I'll always support someone who does something like that. Always. I just always will. But folks, it's wonderful to see all you in chat. I know it's been a while, so it's good to see everyone still coming out, still showing love. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Make sure to drop a comment in that chat. You guys direct the show as usual. You always do. And if you're feeling oh so generous, we have super chats turned on. So yeah, let's just jump into this chat. Let's jump in because Big Fat Orange Cat, of course, our early chatter. This is 3:45 p.m. This is like 30 minutes after I made this stream, so pretty sick. Happy belated birthday, Novi. Appreciate you, Orange Cat. Glad you got to see the Cowboy get it done live with your best friends. I sure fucking did. I was euphoric, fellas.
You have like the 3 greatest reaction videos of the IWC like in the last like several months.
I got some bangers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my phone out too because I was like, "Oh, this is looking like it might be the close," and I needed to get that reaction on camera, not just for like, "Oh, I'm making content," but just so I could see it and have it. Like I had a cowboy hat. I'm fucking dressed up for this event. I couldn't find any cowboy boots. I was severely disappointed in that, but I did have my fit on. And for that match, I'd taken off the cowboy hat throughout the show because it's I'm not gonna keep it on. I don't want to block the people behind me. People behind me can go fuck themselves for the Hangman match. I put on that fucking cowboy
exactly.
hat.
That's what we came here for. We keep up appearances. Hell yeah.
Exactly. And it was an incredible experience. My voice was nearly gone afterwards. During the match too, like me and Buster were in the section. We were shouting. Obviously, we're in a section that had been kind of subdued all show. Like sometimes they would participate in chants and they would clap and stuff like that. They would ooh and ah every now and again, but for the most part, they were pretty quiet. When that match came up, when the last 3 matches really, but when that match in particular, I kept shouting like, "Choke him, fucking purple, Hangman!" And
yeah,
like, I was shouting like, "Fucking kill him!" And then the dudes in front of me started shouting the exact same thing, like shortly after, like I had inspired them to be this way. So I was very proud of my accomplishment, getting the people roused up for the big main event.
Getting Texas off their ass for the main event. Let's go.
Exactly. And I mean the environment on top of that, not just in my section, but like just the whole arena. You could tell it was a 1-match card in a lot of ways. People were waiting on that result.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like the matches that people paid tickets to watch and they built the show around, they all delivered. But that was the one that absolutely needed to. That was the match that needed the ending that we got, and we did.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so happy they stuck the landing. I'm gonna have a video out here pretty soon. I'm thinking Saturday, talking about the Cowboy, talking about where we'll go next. Obviously Dynamite's tonight. I'm sure we'll get some kind of direction there. But there's a lot of things that I feel like we should probably pay attention to post All In. You know, like a lot of groups of talent went on there and they made a statement. Like I feel like the trios division made a statement. I feel like even the tag division in some ways, which not my favorite match of the night, but they made a statement in their own way. The women's division, that's the I feel like who made the biggest statement was that women's division. They came out and proved to everyone why they should be given a spotlight moving forward. I know you're really high on that gauntlet. What was your thoughts on that?
I fucking love the gauntlet because I came in thinking, okay, I had the quote unquote real music tracker, right? like I always do every pay-per-view. I had 5 matches circled. One of them was one of the gauntlets. It was the men's gauntlet, which I watched, and I was like, I like this. It's cool. The men's side of the roster is absolutely fucking stacked to the gills of guys I love. The match itself just felt kind of middling. It was long in the tooth.
It was pretty long.
Yeah, it didn't really feel all that cohesive. Like you would see guys kind of get their set pieces in and just kind of roll out the ring and do nothing.
Yeah,
and then go out. It was all about MJF and Briscoe, which of course they got to the finish, but the way they got there was just a little disjointed to me.
A little clunky. I didn't love the. I thought it wasn't going to be the last entrant. I was like totally convinced, and then just ended up being the last entrant. Max shouldn't have been the last entrant.
No,
like
that was kind of a downer.
It's fine if you want to do a caster bit, do it earlier in the match, so we can have Roddy come out, we can have Brody come out, and all these different things, and just kind of refresh
people
after
on their
that.
feet, thinking like, okay, who's gonna come out now? I got Bandito, I got Takeshi, I got that, and I got caster. Well,
yeah, I remember me and Bus were like, okay, so it's done, because there was a long gap in between the last and the one before that, the entrant, like a really long gap. So we said, okay, they're done. That's fine. This is a good collection of talent. We'd assumed that Max was going to win. It seemed like kind of a given.
Like it was written in stone he was winning. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get like, oh, there's another countdown. This has got to be like some CMLL name. This has got to be someone like maybe from New Japan. We were over there saying, what the fuck? Maybe it could be Naito. Who knows? Who knows who it could be? And then it's just Max Caster. And I don't even hate the Max Caster bit, but it's just Max Caster. But the
Yeah,
women's,
it
the
was
women's,
fine.
the
The women's, they
women's.
said the fucking message. Everything was cohesive. It was the correct number one and number two because Bane and Stat just threw bombs at each other the entire
Mm.
time. You throw Willow out there immediately, you get some Willow and Stat tension like off the bat. The minute you hear music, crowd pop was tremendous for. And, the Amadon and Tekla shenanigans was always a highlight. Shuri came out, you know.
Shuri came out and got a big pop. She got a really big pop. I was not like I thought that people would know who she was, like not the whole arena or anything like that, but there was a louder pop than even I had expected. Like AEW fans did recognize who this person was and that she was a big deal. I thought that was really like that was notable.
And they got for Athena. Mina had a nice reaction after winning the interim title the night before. Winning is also the great call.
Oh,
And everybody just kind of got their shit in, and like they were all out on the floor brawling. There was no like start movements. Everyone acted with some urgency
yeah.
because this is a shot for the world championship. Don't just stand out there and just wait for your cue to come in. Do something while you're doing nothing, right?
Yeah.
And just go out there and just beat the dog shit out of each other for a huge prize. And then this is my thing that I always said on there was those like 8 women tags that they did on Collision for several weeks leading up to it. That worked because all the women that were involved in those matches,
Definitely.
and then you get the Tekla and Amanada stuff like interwoven into it, Stat and Willow stuff interwoven into it.
Yeah.
Like everyone got pops, everyone knew the assignment, it put in the fans' minds, okay, this is what we can expect to see, and then you got it, and then they went on and killed each other. Like they sent a strong message that we are capable of a lot more than what you're giving, and if you give us more, we'll show you more.
Yeah, exactly, and it's something that I hope that they're taking note of, and like I hope that Athena is kind of the driving force behind that because Athena should be booked like a killer coming into AEW proper. World beater, should beat Tony like pretty convincingly. Like I would do it at All Out. I know Caden brought this up on the productions video. That would be I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 years removed from that first where this Athena run all began with that one match against who was that against? Jody Threat. Yeah, I feel like that's a moment you make Athena a star there. I want to give us a special props to because over the course of the weekend I went to Dynamite, Collision, ROH, All In, and then TJPW to cap it all off. Queen Amanada on every single show she was on got major reactions. She is so ready for that big push. It's kind of crazy. I hope she wins the match tonight because she's involved in the match.
Wild she's gotten the reaction she's gotten because she wasn't even really meant to be there. Then Jamie got hurt. They threw it in with Tekla. They just killed each other. So he said, you know what? Let's just run with this damn thing, shall we?
Yeah.
And it's working for both women. Like it's not something where okay, you have Tekla come in and she's fused with Jamie Hayter fresh off the Open Finals. That would have probably been a little too much too soon for her, considering where her role in the division probably should be. So her and Amanada just making each other better in the middle of the division, it's giving it a lot of color. It's giving it a real like I don't fuck with you, it's on site type of feud that they've been missing for a while.
Oh yeah.
And not like friends turn enemies like Stat and Willow's doing, as much as I love them both. This is just I want to kill you every time I see you. I don't care if it's a multi-woman, I don't care if it's a tag, I don't care if it's straight up one-on-one or in the back. We throwing hands. Fuck everybody else around us. And it's something where it's giving them a real place to really get their shit off.
Definitely. And they're involved in a match tonight. Like I said, it's a little 100K 4-way, got some money on the line, a classic booking trope here from Tony Khan busting out. Willow, Chris, Tekla, and Queen Amanada. If it were up to me, I would just have Queen get it done. I don't know.
Just because the tweet she put out, like I'm putting all 100K towards
hey bro,
anti-Ice thing. Fuck it, I'm down.
She's dropping 100K against Ice. I'm with it. I know who I'm going to support. I know
that's exactly my Muslim queen.
She's such a beast too. Like her and Tekla. Because I was there for Collision, so I saw the women's tag. Like her and Tekla, the moments like the crowd would get up and they'd say, "I need to be paying attention to this." So it's to your point where like it was working. It's working very well. Shout out to that too. Like that was I heard a lot of things before she came in. I was never one to say anything about it. I wanted to see what it looked like, and they got it right, and they fucking make her look like a star, truthfully. So shout out to her. Shout out to Tony for that booking. Shout out to All In. It's good to do a little recap there. I think it's just from time to time we got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a big weekend. Big
Yeah, a
fucking
whole lot,
weekend.
lot of things happen, a lot of significant things happen, man. I'm so happy to be a wrestling fan right now. And then
Yeah.
on Tekla real fast, I am so glad I was wrong on Tekla. Because that like last little year and change of her in stardom was quite frankly kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because they kind of had a miscast in a role she probably shouldn't have been in. Like the Joshi Killer stuff, the Idol Killer stuff, that's something that requires you to be a main eventer. That's kind of just not what she is. And then
Mhm.
you have her feuding with the Booker, the promotion, which is kind of wild. Like, it's just one of those things where you kind of just sit down and be like, yo, okay, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna. You're really cool. You have a unique look. You don't move. No one moves like you do.
Yeah.
So just kind of just present her that way on American TV and just call it a day. And then the Aminata thing, which it's been money so far.
Yeah.
And it's just like some people are just kind of meant to be American TV acts, and Tech was just one of them.
It's clear. Her and like I'm thinking Megan Bain. I'm thinking people that ilk. Like there's just certain wrestlers that are made for it. And we'll keep talking about the women's division because I'm like thinking right now. I bought a figure right there, right there. Her name is Riho. Still waiting to come back. Yuka Sakazaki was all over the shows this weekend. She's still waiting to come back. I don't know what she may look like. The physicality wasn't all there, but Hikaru Shida is still waiting to come back. There's a lot of gas still waiting to be pumped into this division. I want there to be so much more love given to it in the next coming months. I really, really do.
Yeah, because it's in a place where you have the stars like set, and you have the tier below. You can see that very clearly, and the people bubbling under the surface. And then you still have break glass in case of emergency type of wrestlers. Like everyone still loves Riho. Yuka's awesome. Sheeta might not be what she was 2 or 3 years ago. Like that's just what it is. But she's still an asset you can use.
She's still fucking cool.
Yeah, she's still an
Definitely.
asset.
Definitely. And
Definitely, if you have assets, use them.
definitely. And I want to like give special love to Yuka Sakazaki because I was so happy to see her this weekend because it'd been so long. Like I know she's been popping up a little bit here and there, but she's such a money TV act. Like she came back with like a newer look where it was like a blacked out gear situation, something like that.
That
I
was
was like,
hard.
it's like holy fuck, bro. Her and Takesha, they looking colder than ever these days. Shout out to them.
Them being a married couple is like kind of beast if you think about it.
It's fucking sick. It's sick.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to the women's division. Fucking killing it over the weekend. I didn't watch Evolution, but I was told from Joe Holbert and people who did watch it that women's division also took like the little they were given and said, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to show you guys who should have given me more. I think that was a trend over the weekend that I hope people take note of.
They took a lot of chicken shit and made a pretty decent chicken salad out of it, especially the main event. That was a really, really good match. I mean, really good. And Charlotte was probably more over than she's been in a couple of years as a babyface. That player should be lyrical work, man. It did.
I heard. I haven't watched the main event just yet, but I think I'm going to just because like it has been getting so much praise, and I always love watching Io Sky matches. Like it's just Io Sky.
Best wrestler in the entire company. It's not close.
Definitely. So I'll tap into some of that. But there's a couple women's matches over the weekend that I think you should tap into, everyone. Not you, Marcus, necessarily, because you will not watch this match. But there are other people that may, because Shoko Nakajima took on Miyu Watanabe at TJPW live in Dallas. Miyu Watanabe worked heel in this match. And that's not something you see very, very often. She was the powerhouse. She was the mountain to climb. This match, let me tell you, Marcus, actually for a shoot, really fucking good. Because this Teach crowd, right, in Dallas, I don't know what was up. I don't know what kind of audience they brought in. They were popping for legitimately everything. Like, when you have someone, you like trap them, you go around the stomach, and you hit a back elbow to kind of break out. Whole crowd. Oh, they would hit a crossbody top rope. That would get huge pop. Just the simplest moves in the world, like work punches would get loud pops. I'd never seen anything like it. It happened throughout the entire show. It was fucking awesome. And that match is so worth a watch. It's kind of insane. Like, cause that's just like this was their biggest gate that they've ever done, like internationally. It was their biggest number. It was like 2,500 in Dallas, which is fucking nuts. They had to open up seats.
That's really good for Teach. Hold on.
Yeah. They had to open up seats. Like, and this isn't like in Dallas. This was like in buttfuck nowhere, Dallas, like a little outside of it. So it was just like, it was crazy to witness. That was like, All In was obviously the top. But there is a very close second in TJPW just because the vibes were so fucking good in the building. It was crazy. Like, if there's ever a time you want to watch a TJPW match, go watch Maya World's match if you want to. Her match was really fucking good too.
Definitely tapped in for Maya World matches, man. She next up. If you ain't seen Maya World now, you better get on the train.
Factual. She killed it on that show too. She worked a lot of In Control, and I hadn't seen her much in Control like yet, because she's usually like, I've seen her matches versus Athena, and I saw a match versus Hyon and DPW, but this is the first time I actually saw her work from on top, and she was great at it. Her offense is really dynamic. There's really a special talent in there, and I hope TK is looking at that. I hope we're always looking to bolster this women's division.
Keep some eyes out. I mean, you've had her on a collision a couple times before. Let's up that in the future. You know,
she was on I think she was on Collision the week I was there. Was she?
I think she was. Yeah.
It was one of those like squash matches, but I was hoping she'd get more offense, but you know, it is what it is. It's okay. I understand.
It's like that.
It do be like that. Yeah, there's some love for the weekend. We got some more love for the weekend. And shout out to N. Good to see you, brother. Just finished watching Bandito versus Takeshita for the ROH World Championship. One of the best matches of the year so far. Marcus, were you on the Grin for this? You were on the Grin for this, right?
I was.
How you feeling about this one? How you feeling?
I moaned when I watched it. I don't regret a second of it. It was spectacular. Like, I came in there thinking, okay, there's a lot of real good wrestling on this weekend. This could be the match that like steals the show and keeps in the fans' memory bank, and it did. It truly did. As far as a pure one-on-one wrestling match, I think it was the best on the weekend. Heyman and Mox being the best overall, but this as just a straight-up wrestling match, this was fucking spectacular. But Bandito came in there looking like a god.
Oh, his gear, his fit.
Wow, sexual. But like they did their thing. They got a lot out of the mask in a blade spot. Like, that was really impressive. The closing stretch, like, he flipped out a 21 plex. I'm gonna Rage of Fire, flips out of that.
Disgusting.
Flips into a pin combination for the win. I was like, that was really great because it showed they were on the same level. And Bandito really had to pull out his A game and had to just straight up out wrestle him at the end in order to get it done instead of going for bombs.
Yeah.
And that shows you just how talented, like, that just under the surface of the top guys in AEW ROH right now level is. Bandito is still the ROH World Champion. He's like just a notch below like the top guys. But to put him in front of 10 people, 1,100 people, 20,000 people, then the 30,000 people, 16K in the arena in Mexico, it don't matter where, he's going to be the most popular man in the building, just off sheer vibes and sheer willpower in his ability to just have a crowd in the palm of his hand every time he does something. He's so good.
He's so talented. He was definitely like the standout performer in that match. And I always love Takeshita. I mean, you know what you're getting with Takeshita. You're getting some athletic, freakish abilities. You're getting some of the sickest looking Blue Thunder bombs you've ever seen. But Bandito, he steps up to every occasion. And for this encounter, ROH fucked my tickets up. Fuck them for this. It was still annoying. I had selected on the ticket map, right? The front row seats. It was the closest to the barricade. It was the first ones I could select. I show up. I'm about 10 rows from the front row. Probably more than that. They just didn't put it on the ticket map. They just told me to go fuck myself. And we paid more money for this show than we did any other show on the weekend. This is the most money we paid. And we got just randomly pushed 12 rows back, damn near. So we decided we're not going to stay here. We're going to go somewhere else. And so we find a nice little spot in a back row where no one was sitting. And so we just stood up for the big matches. So during Athena and Thunder and during this match, we just stood up and watched the whole thing. I'm sure like if there's a camera pan view on the broadcast, you could see me and Brainbuster just on our feet watching this match. But it really was like a special viewing experience to watch it like that. And then at one point, like during that electric closing stretch, we had moved to another corner of the venue. And so we could kind of see the whole crowd. There was like multiple people that you could spot actively like running up and down the aisle, like jumping up and down, how sick like some of the kickouts were.
Shit, I would have too.
I was sitting there. I was going, whoa, my hands were in the air. I was fucking counting. I was losing my mind too. It was electric match. One of the best matches of the weekend, no doubt. Probably the best like pure athletic match, like ability wise. This was the best one because I think Mox and Hanger is a very different kind of bout. I think Athena and Tony, Tony and Mercedes was too. This was like pure ability, the best of the weekend. And shout out to Bandito. He's my number 2 wrestler of the year right now, brother.
That case is getting longer and longer because the rest of the year is real up in the air right now. And he's put on some real spectacular bouts. Arena Mexico, multi-man's on Dynamite. Yeah, nice little show on the Casino Gauntlet. Here against Takeshita. And he's going back to Arena Mexico this Friday in a tag with Mystico.
Oh, that match is going to be good too. It's who's it? Volador and Mordos against them, yes. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that match is going to be very funny. I'm assuming Volador will take 0 bumps and it'll be awesome. I can't wait for it.
You're getting a full shirt, maybe a little bump here and there. He's going to be doing this thing.
The spirit of the game. Yeah, shout out to Bandito and shout out to Takeshita too. Like if I'm talking my wrestler of the year, he's fighting for that 3 spot. I'm gonna keep it honest with you guys, and he's got a
G1. He might get even harder.
Hey, bro, he's got a G1 run with a really nice block at his disposal. I think he can make some magic. So yeah, hell of a match, hell of a fun time at ROH. Well, actually, that was probably my least favorite show of the weekend, mostly just because it was kind of a 1-match card in a lot of ways. Like the undercard was kind of like, I'm not so sure about this one, guys. It was like fine. The one match I was really pumped for in the undercard though was I keep getting it wrong. Blue Panther. Yes, it's Blue Panther. I keep getting it wrong. Blue Panther and Lee Moriarty. That match was sick. That match was awesome. Shout out to my boy Lee. There's a lot of discussion about him that happened last year, and I get it, but I think he's starting to prove it. He's starting to show that he's still got that talent within him, just waiting to be realized. So shout out to him. He keeps on improving. I like him more and more every time I see him.
Never really been a big league guy, but I like the talent. I see why people take to him. Yeah, he's having a good run with this pure talent. Even though I don't really love pure wrestling in 2025 at all.
I fucking hate pure rules. But
it's kind of like it's like ladder matches in the sense that it's really limiting towards the things these wrestlers can do. And the pure thing only really worked for like 3 guys anyway. So it's just get rid of it, please.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess he's growing from it. So what can you say? I guess there's been some kind of development there. Shout out to him. I'm actually there'll be something on the channel here soon about Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta, and how that generation is phasing out around this time. I think it's time to have a conversation. You know what I mean? I think it's time to talk that talk. The Killers. Oh, I forgot they were called the Killers. Looky.
That Killers thing is crazy looking back on it. Like it's insane.
Oh, I gotta write that down. That's the title. The Pillar Killers. I forgot they were called that shit. That's a very funny, very interesting business there. But all right, keep it moving. HB, cowboy shit. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Wesley.
What was your reaction to his entrance?
His entrance. Oh, brother, his entrance. So me and Bus had our phones out because we were always like, I need to record this. I need to see what's going on here. And like a couple, he just asked me. He goes, "What theme you think?" And I go, "Old." The second I say old, it hits. The old theme hits. It's on video. It's on Bus Twitter. You can go find it. The video fucking, oh my God. I started like screaming. Like you could hear me start screaming. Just so excited. I was so happy. I saw the afterwards too, his entrance where they panned from the heel tunnel over to the babyface one. That was, that was such
one of the
great
greatest
touch.
Production decisions they've ever made as a company is having heel and face tunnels.
Yeah, it really does. It just allows for such cool moments like that where you really get to see things happen. It's awesome.
It's a real good like full circle moment because when he first came back in last year's Owen, the brooding theme and everything else happened with his feels worth, he still came out the babyface tunnel because in his mind says he's still walking the righteous path, right?
Yeah,
like he still feels like he's doing the right thing. Fast forward all the way to All In, and he's coming back to his old entrance, out the babyface tunnel with confidence. He actually truly is back on that horse and back on the righteous path.
He is AEW's babyface once again for sure. For real this time, not just a little made up in his head, but
not just the guy with the belt, but that just happens to be the world champion.
Yeah,
all this stuff's going on. This is the time where he truly feels like the guy.
Yeah,
where Tony Khan can go to bed at night every night and think, "Hey man, Adam Page is my number 1 ace. I'm good.
I'm gonna be okay. I don't have anything to worry about. I know I'm gonna get good matches. I know I'm gonna have the fans with me. Let's just Let's just make it different than the last time he held the championship. All right. Let's just
pretty please with cherry on top. There's no CM Punk to distract you.
Let's just focus on some of these matches we can cook up. All right. Let's keep on track. No worries. Just no.
He's opening the show and closing the show tonight. So far so good.
Yeah. He's talking and he's working. That's fine by me. That's good. That's a champion. Just I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. That's all I'm gonna say.
So nice to get booked twice.
Exactly, and that is a threat. To be very clear, Wesley Wiggins. Hope you had a happy birthday, Novi. I appreciate that. It was nice running into you after all. And yeah, this is random as hell. I was like walking back to the car, and Wesley's behind me. He goes, Novi, and I go, fucking what's up, pal? I was like high on life because Hangman just won, so I was like, I probably seemed like I was on copious amounts of drugs. But I was not. I was just high on the spirit. I was high on the love of Hangman Adam Page. So happy to meet you, Wesley, and hope you had a great time at the show. J.A. Hangman is my world champ, and Punk lost in Saudi. Wrestling is back.
And where's Dynamite tonight, Novi?
Hey man, I'm starting to think we're at this little place in Illinois. They used to call it a certain guy's area. It used to be his home, that kind of thing. It used to be the Second City Saint. I don't know what the deal is there because I've only heard that he's accepting Arab money these days. So I don't really know much about it. That's all I'll say.
All I know is when I hear the name Second City Saint, I think of Chief Keef. You know, it's the pioneer of the city on Lake Michigan, the place where the Sears Tower is. The place where there's two baseball teams that I will not mention.
Two of them.
The house that Cole Cabana built, maybe. I don't know. He's on the. He narrated the scene, the video, hyping up this little residency over there. So you know,
that's all well and good. We don't, there's a lot of people we can give credit to. Maybe we keep away from Boom Boom. I don't know. Maybe we just
boom. Cole Cabana. Boom boom. Shout out Chicago. Sometimes.
Shout out to Chicago. Hope it's a great crowd tonight. I very much hope so. It's the building. You see the venue for tonight?
Oh, it's so sexy.
Oh my god.
I love the Aragon Bar so much.
That's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. JJ Williams, this needs to be addressed here. In Texas, I invited Novi somewhere at 9 p.m. and he said he was too tired. Look, folks, this was on Sunday. I had driven a lot the week. I had driven a lot that Sunday because we tried to go to Texas barbecue. It didn't work out. I nearly crashed out and cried because because I hate the city of Dallas. Outside of Dallas, I wasn't in Dallas proper, but there's a place outside of Dallas. I forget the name of. I hate that place. You'll never see me again. Terrible. I did not like it at all. I fucking hated driving on Texas roads, by the way. Just a terrible experience. It was just so stressful. Just so stressful. But I did get this text from JJ Williams, and I said, JJ, keep it honest with you, brother. I'm fucking cooked. I've had a long week. We just went to All In the day before. We went to TJPW that day. At this point, I got this text. I had been marinating on the couch for the past 3 hours. I wasn't about to change that. I was locked in. Me and the couch were starting to become one at this point. You know?
Did the fusion dance the couch?
I was getting close. I was getting very close, and it was a beautiful time. I had the lights off. It was great. It was perfect. It was exactly what I needed on my Sunday because little did I know what Monday was going to have in store for me. But it's okay.
The travel day from hell.
Fuck Dallas Fort Worth Airport. They can all explode now. They delayed my flight by 2.5 hours, but not just that. They sent me to 8 different gates throughout the course of the day.
Holy shit.
It was terrible. It was terrible. There was little moments of joy. Like I talked to this one fella and it was just a very like human conversation. Like we just talked about sports and about like travel woes and stuff like that. It was so beautiful to me. Like we just shook hands and I said, have a safe trip home. And he said, have a safe one home. That was the most human experience I've had in so long. Just like a random person. I didn't even initiate this conversation. I just sat next to him. We started talking about Cincinnati Reds and things like that. It was awesome. That was one of my moments of respite. I read my book a couple times throughout the day. I've been reading the Iliad. It's been a great experience.
Nice.
About to learn who Hector of Troy is. I know there's someone out there who'll be very excited to whenever I get to that point. So it wasn't a terribly bad day. The flight home was great. I got a window seat. That was great.
Yeah.
I had
there's moments to celebrate there. Yeah.
There certainly was. And And before then, I met up with Lyric on the flight there. So I got to say what's up to Lyric. Shout out. It wasn't anything bad, but there was something actually that wasn't so good. And it was this fan that kept approaching me. He had this chair, this folded chair, and he was trying to talk to me about like, oh, I have this big trip home. I can't go out to eat with you guys. I'm just like, I'm all these different things. And he was like flexing. He said, I sat next to Hangman's wife and all these different things. And
there's a little fucker right there.
And I'm starting to see, it looks very similar, this fella on screen, to this fan that I kept interacting with.
Wow.
Caden Lee, how are you, brother?
I'm good. My voice is still somewhat recovering.
Somewhat, yeah. It seems okay. Yeah.
It's like mostly there. It's like just like a little bit, like one more night and I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've heard about this fan. Y'all been talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Did Bus call him a slur or anything?
No, he restrained himself at that time.
Okay, well, I'm proud of him.
I've heard stories this fan, soft launching, ditching his friends after Supercard. I heard a tale of that.
I've heard that too. I've heard that as well. This fan is not a good guy. Not a good guy. Everyone just I need you all to be very aware of that. Again, we're just talking graps. We're just this is very like, again, we haven't done a pre-show in like a month. It's a very chill vibe we got going on right now. We're just talking about the game and about the wonderful weekend we had. I think we're all very tranquil. We don't have very many gripes to levy at this point in our lives, right, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm in a piece of tranquility. I'm in a place of hope for the future. I'm in a place of Tony Khan. I might, come over to your house and, eat steak dinner with you and go over the season for the Jags and not yell at you about AEW anymore. It's been a long fight.
There's a safety there. Caden, since you just joined us, Death Riders are in a tag team match tonight against Hangman, Hobbs, and Briscoe.
Yeah.
Think they're going to continue that feud? Think Hangman's going to face Mox again?
I do think this is the blood and guts build at the very least. I know some people have like strong opinions on whether or not they should do another match. Some people are like, oh, it's the perfect ending. I wouldn't mind it if you just have to find a way to like make it different. Like if they do like the stipulation of Moxley cannot challenge for the belt, like that's like Moxley's last match against Hangman, or like you could even like throw the Cody thing on if you really wanted to. Like Moxley can just never challenge for the world title again. If you really want to do it and just be like, fuck it, we're done. We don't need to do this again. There are ways to do it, but I do think this is blood and guts. Like I'm fairly convinced.
Which I'd be fine with, because the blood and guts and schedule for the last couple years has basically been, we'll do Anarchy at Double or Nothing and then blood and guts on TV afterwards, and it never actually ends the feuds because it just sprinkles off into other stuff for the big show. Here, you passed the big show already. You did Anarchy at Double or Nothing a month or two ago, and here you can actually, and this is the phase where Mox as the world champion phase of the Death Riders is now done and dead and buried. Like that's over.
Yep.
Here you can actually end the Death Riders themselves. Darby's back. Danielson got in the way. Eddie Kingston might be back on the way. Samoa Joe got taken out. Ospreay got taken out. You can bring the whole thing full circle here. Yep. Or if you want to just go full like 2016 New Year's Dash and have the Death Riders like kill Moxley or whatever, fine. But there's a lot of directions you can go.
Well, Marcus, I've been sitting here and I've been pondering this thought, and I've said, how did the Death Riders come to a close? What is going to be the grand finish of all this? And I think there's only one man to finish the job on Jon Moxley. There's only one man who could deliver the final blow. Maybe Busaiku Ni, to be exact. And I'm not talking Bryan Danielson. I'm talking about Wheeler Yuta.
Jesus Christ.
Getting the final blow on Jon Moxley. So just be on the lookout, guys, for Wheeler Yuta to give Mox some interesting glances coming soon. Very interesting glances.
That is a crazy picture.
Ken, why you're putting yourself over on my look at this.
I think
He's putting himself
funny.
over. That's a crazy screenshot that Bus got, by the way. Very crazy.
Look at that fucking mark over there.
He's fucking marking out, dude. He's seeing Jon Moxley. He's going crazy. He's going wild. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's okay. And wants to get. I think he froze actually. I'm just gonna leave it there. Wesley, it was a 14-hour drive to and from Texas for me. That sounds terrible.
That's also what I had. Ended up being like 16 hours because of stops, but
terrible.
You fully drove over there?
Yeah, we drove.
Oh shit.
We
crazy people. I'm sorry.
I was gonna fly. Like, so like it became like it literally went through like multiple things. I was gonna have to do my registration, which I didn't have to do. So then I was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna fly in, and then I determined that there were things I needed to take to Texas, and me and my girlfriend were like, you know what, it'll be fun to road trip. So let's just do
14 hours is a long time.
That's long.
Yeah, but like we had a cat and we hung out and spent time with each other. So
yeah, I'm sure it was wonderful. I'm sure.
Out.
Yeah, it was probably. I guess it was probably better being with someone instead of sitting in fucking Dallas Fort Worth and wanting to end your life. So I guess you do win at the end of the day, Caden Lee. Got to give props to that.
Dude,
Big Fat
I've
Orange.
spent 12 hours at that airport before Novi. It's not that bad.
So I got out easy. Beautiful.
Dude,
Big Fat Orange cat.
on your own channel.
He kind of did, and I'm just gonna like walk over it.
Novi, did you explore DFW?
What do you mean to explore DFW?
Like, did you go to the big terminal that has like the maze?
There's a maze?
There's their international terminal, which I think it has domestic too, but like it's their big terminal, and it has a maze, and then it also has this big castle, like this glass castle.
Oh, I did see this. I did see the little castle. I did happen to pass by.
It's awesome. I like exploring. It's so like DFW is so big that it's actually kind of fun to explore.
It is very huge. I moved from the C to the B to the D back to the C throughout the day, so I got to
to the D.
Got to see everything. Dude, freaking pause right now, literally. Yeah.
God, okay. Fucking up the whole drill tonight.
Big Fat Orange Cat. I'm skipping over you, Caden Lee. Big Fat Orange Cat. Marcus, how was your time watching All In Texas on LNG Gold? And he follows it up before you say, my favorite moment was the contrast between your reaction and Joe Oracle, and especially Shoot's reaction to Dustin winning the TNT Championship. Give us the context. Give us the context.
So, the whole Adam Cole situation is like tragic. So, best wishes to Adam Cole there. Yeah. On that front. They booked this 4-way match. It's like, okay, you got Garcia, fine. Fletcher, great. And the Sons of Texas. Sure. I guess. No shitty Superman entrance required this time. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh my God. Could you imagine you play that shit on the big screen? Oh God.
Bro, I would fight him on the spot if he did that if I were Tony Khan. I can't. But like the match is just, it's what it is. The crowd's depressed. Like no one really like cares that much about the result. Then Dustin wins on a roll up. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like
it just happened. It didn't even like. Yeah. Me and Buster were like, did they fuck up the finish somehow? Like, was that not supposed to happen? Because it just didn't look right. And then I guess not.
And then the way they presented the belt to him, and it was like, okay, so that was supposed to happen. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Dustin being a TNT champion, but it was a feel-good moment in Texas. Whatever.
Fine.
The crowd needed something to pick them up. I'll allow it. Just let him have the belt for like a week or two, and then Kyle kill him by the end of this residency.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see Kyle just, really end him. Like put him. Like I'm not even like. I'm shooting. Like put him down, brother. Like. They sell him off TV for like 3 months after. Say Kyle, like he actually put him out. Like that's the kind of shit that Kyle should do.
Let him like chase him like the boogeyman for like this entire residency, and then kill him on like the last show or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you walk into the traveling back again to these other crowds where Kyle is your champion. What you were wanting to do initially, you can actually do now, and actually have some oomph behind it, where he could just put Old Yeller down for good, and let's just move on.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Big Hitbox, always got to see you. Card looks beautiful tonight. TK is so locked in right now. He definitely is. Card looks fucking insane.
Look, their car is deranged. And he dropped most of it at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Demon.
They oh shit, we have the stage.
Don't spoil me
for tonight.
Don't spoil me.
Okay,
Davian.
It's not any. Like, it's mainly just the venue looks cool. The stage itself is the stage. It's not.
Venue is also. We're both very excited for that. Davian, AEW The Power is back. Absolutely. Johnny Burney. Shout out to Johnny with the $5 super chat. It's very much appreciated. Would you have wanted heel Hangman beating Bryan at Wrestle Dream, or having what we got with Adam winning the belt in the end at All In Texas? I always thought there was more to get out of heel Hangman. I'm not so sure that would have been the best way to go about it. But I know this was probably the best way to go about him winning the belt here. So I'm happy with what we got.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like, was it planned out this way? No, it
definitely not.
But the way we got there and the way they did a great job of actually making sense of everything and doing it in a way where it's not it doesn't feel abrupt and doesn't feel like
Yeah.
okay, fine, we give up. It felt like something that actually came about naturally, and the end result of what we got in the end, it worked out, and I'm glad it did.
Definitely. Caden?
For what? Oh,
This
sorry.
on
I was
the
like, I'm trying to
chat,
figure out where
Caden
they.
Lee.
Jesus
No,
Christ!
Novi. I'm currently looking at AEW's like where they're running after Chicago before they go to they go across the pond. I'm trying to figure out where they could do Blood and Guts. I found there's literally one exact venue. Would you have wanted heel? Um, it's such a mix because like I think in order to get to the moment that we're at now with AEW having its like its resurgence this year and having that type of moment at All In, you had to deal with some pain. Like we had to kind of go through the absolute trenches of hell to get to like to where Tony said, "Fuck it, I'm going in the weeds." I think if Tony just had Brian lose to Hangman at Wrestle Dream, I think we don't ever get to this point. I think there's a lot of issues still on the undercard that were not addressed. I think we're still dealing with a lot of WWE light things. I think certain people are still in high positions of power in the company who are not still in those positions, but are not as influential on the shows. Like you've seen a clear, like the Death Riders thing. I think like Tony being stuck with it forced him to have to like create like or to go into the weeds, as he said, on the undercard and fix everything down there in order to eventually fix the main event scene. So yeah, I'm very much okay with what we got. I think like in hindsight, I don't have a problem with how we got here. Like it's like there were things they could have done that were significantly better, but I think the end result is good for what we went through.
It's all about how you finish at the end of the day. That's really what it comes down
Damn
to.
straight.
Thank you, pulling the plug on that Jeff Jarrett MJF thing. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, that literally is what created
God.
that starts all of this. The MJF Jeff Jarrett feud ending and going into the Hangman feud is what that creates this entire ripple effect.
Because
Thank
it made
God.
full sense of the Christopher Daniels write off. It made sense of that.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. Appreciate you, Johnny. And also, happy belated. We have a very close birthday, apparently, me and Johnny. So, hope you had a wonderful birthday. Hope you celebrated with a wonderful all-in viewing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you did. I've seen some hanger chats from you, Johnny. So I appreciate it.
Novi, real quickly.
What's up, boss?
I have figured out that if they are going to do Blood and Guts, it would be on August 6th in Cleveland because that is the only arena show that they're running. Unless like there's a date that's missing on the calendar, that's the only arena show they have. Besides, I think Roanoke might also be in an arena, but that's a collision. It's a small venue, so no. The Cleveland one's a fairly big venue, so it's like a 10, 12,000 seater. So
I think we can see the vision then. I think we see what they got cooking up. And
it's no mistake that there's literally in this entire run, there's literally one arena that they're running, and that's the only one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And in 2025, AEW has been on fire and firing on all cylinders. WWE product has massively regressed and gotten worse. I think this is kind of objectively true.
The worst thing is Evolution was great, and then they had a nice little show on Monday. It's like they're not going to learn any lessons from it because it's going to go back to the same old concept of their pay-per-views as it's going to be before. 5 matches per card, especially on SummerSlam, where it's 2 nights. You have a fucking Jelly Roll tag on there. So there's that. Your men's roster is still like the geriatric club.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
It's spooky scary. Spooky scary. We'll have to see how this plays out. FTR, as JJ William puts it, also had a wonderful week. Spanning across their outings. FTR proving once again that they're a fantastic fucking tag team. I'm really excited to see what they do next too, because they're seemingly going up towards some Edge and Christian business. You could only imagine, which would make me very, very happy because I think that match would fucking rock. Marcus.
And nothing they did moved me that much this week, but
well, they're the best tag team in the world, so sorry.
Now the Young Bucks exist. So.
I like my EVPs, but you know.
The Bucks are the Bucks are back. I can't say FTR anymore. The Bucks are back.
Yeah, but the FTR are low key the best heels in wrestling. Like if we're shooting.
Yeah, but like they're good, but like
their mileage varies because a lot of their matches always have to be like 30 minutes of just like getting heat on everybody, which I get it, but like after a while, especially when you transport those matches to a Dynamite, or to a pay-per-view, it gets a little weird sometimes.
I get that. I can understand that. We have more talk about Kyle Fletcher. How he should win the belt, of course. The merch lines. Caden Lee discovered that they did not have the shirt that I wanted, so I didn't have to wait in a single one of them because I wouldn't have. I would have just ordered it because fuck no.
Yeah, the All In specific shirts, which they had a few, but the ones that I really wanted that were like the Y'all In ones, the one I did specifically want, my girlfriend was able to get in the small, and so she's gonna cut that into like a baby tee, and then I got one of the Y'all In shirts. I was able to get like the very last one that they had in a double XL. I was gonna get it. My plan was like they said they had a medium, so I was like, okay, I'll just get it in a medium, and I'll just like try to just like I'll wash it and then just try to expand it as much as I can. But they were like, no, we only have a double XL, so I'm just gonna like shrink. I'm gonna try to shrink the fuck out of it in the dryer. I'm gonna like force shrink it.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna.
5 seconds ago, Kazuchika Okada will be in action.
Oh
baby,
little squash match, little squash business there for old Okada.
Who do y'all think Okada's working? Like, is he gonna work Coda at Forbidden Door? Is that what they're gonna do?
I don't think so.
Nah,
I don't know. I don't know who he faces.
Yo, Okada's situation is a little weird.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that shit. It seems.
I think he's working for it. He has to work Forbidden Door because it's one of the main titles.
Worked it last year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna work a singles match. I kind of wonder if like, how long is Goto gonna be away shooting? Could we get him for a match?
I don't think he's working Goto.
I don't think so.
Because I think this Goto injury is I think this is like all fucking work.
The timing of it, plus like the whole like Tai Chi aspect, where he was like the only person vocal about the revision stuff. It might be.
Hey, Goto's beasting is all I'll say. He's doing his thing.
Hey man, get that money, big goat. Get that money.
He's doing his thing. Please, Sons and Shadows, don't say that to me in the chat. All love and respect to Jay White. I do not want to see that match at all.
God,
not
no,
even
I can't
a little
do it.
bit.
I am hashtag good.
They've ran that bad boy quite a bit. So
they have some really good matches, but I cannot.
It could be the Takeshita match.
At this point you gotta save it you gotta have Takeshita win the C2 and save it for the Dome.
Yeah, like
you've already bought in on this. You gotta just wait.
Yeah, do some shit where you just low bros Takeshita for losing the G1 and you build to that, and for a big show you get to the C2 and you beat him there.
Zaki ain't working Okada either.
The only other thinking I have is if they want to do like some sort of tag that involves Tana. Like if he wants to do something with Tana, like some sort of like all-star tag, that's the only thing I could see.
Yeah.
I don't think he's working singles New Japan, guys. I don't think that's happening.
I don't think so at all.
No, I think the closest we'd get for singles is if they decide to run Coda. That's the because that also would make sense to me. I think you could get away with. I think Gato wouldn't mind that.
Maybe, but we'll have to see. Excited to see him tonight. Big match over the weekend that I thoroughly enjoyed. We are a good portion way through the show. We've just been yapping and yapping. If you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the stream. Make sure to get your comments in as well. We're gonna pick up pace. I think we're gonna try to get through all of these comments because it's been so long. I want to give everyone the correct amount of love that they deserve, and we're gonna start that with N. Let's move Athena to Dynamite and Collision permanently from now.
Correct.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
You come with L-Face tonight, please. I hope so.
I would be very, very happy. Yeah. No, I'll work on that. I won't forget it. I won't forget it. I won't forget it. Takeshita did sing The Cure at karaoke, which was fucking beast. So shout out to him for that. That was an awesome video.
It fucking ruled.
Johnny, who is the best entrance at All In? Kenny?
Swerves
is good.
A lot. I'm very partial to Hangman.
Those were probably the top three. Swerve, Kenny, and Hangman were probably top three.
Yeah. Those are all really good.
The Bucks is pretty sick too, to be fair. I laughed quite hard.
Delaware.
It did go a little long. They did sail across the seven seas for a little bit too long, in my personal opinion, but I can always appreciate it.
I loved I love both women's for Mercedes and Tony. I love the simplicity of Tony, and then contrasting that with Mercedes having the big extravagant entrance.
Yeah. Both were also very cool. There was a lot of great entrances on the show.
Yeah,
to be fair,
there's some godly entrances.
Yeah, I agree.
Having a cheerleading squad where all of your belts is gas and then pulling up in a low rider.
She has a robe with all the people she'd beaten in AEW at that point. I mean, come on, that's just heat. That's just fire. It is, not much to even be said about it. That's just cold. JJ, shouting out to TJPW, one of the largest non-TV shows in a decade. They fucking drew a house. Shout out to them. Definitely, it was one of those things where it proved to me, and I want to say this year because I said it on Twitter, but it deserves to be said again. These international promotions do not need GCW or the collective to draw houses and to get people into the building. Please stop working with these shitty ass indie promotions that don't provide you any benefit. Run your matches with your talent and people will come. It will happen. Just run it on the right weekends.
Yeah. I agree to an extent of like if your GCW didn't run a collective, so like that was a good idea to do your own thing. The only thing I'll say with like why it is beneficial to an extent to use the collective is whenever you are running a Mania weekend and there are so many shows and people are picking and choosing what they want to spend their money on a little bit more. The best benefit of doing that is that people buy the combo ticket. So you are doing a little bit better of like, okay, you're going to probably be able to pull a decent amount if you don't pull any, if you are struggling to sell those singles. That's the only reason. Only thing I will give the benefit of the doubt to on that is that like it can be beneficial.
That's true. But then you have to book shitters. And so you shouldn't do it.
Companies going their own merit.
And the main event for that TJPW show did include Maki Ito. It did include Maki Ito versus Mizuki. It was a pretty damn good match, I gotta say. I'm not always the biggest Maki fan.
Is Maki better? Is she better now?
I don't know if she's better, but I enjoyed the match. So I haven't seen her wrestle in quite a long time, but I enjoyed the match. Mizuki is like, bro, she is fucked. Her body is so cooked, but she like powers through every match she's in. It kind of fucking rules to watch. So shout out to her for that. That match was also pretty sick. Let's see here. Yeah, the attendance was 25. The venue was super. Oh my god, the way they did this venue, it was beautiful. It was perfect. Felt super super large. KK, where were you sitting at All In? I was in section 13, row 6, but didn't see my boy Novi. I think I was in section 4. I think I was row 2 on that. So I was like the first section from the floor that had seats. That's what I was in.
I have a picture of them.
Yeah, you do have a picture of us, and Bus has kindly requested that you never show that to anyone because it's embarrassing.
It's a really good. I think it's actually like a really good picture.
I agree too, but I worry about my friend Brainbuster.
Novi, what if we did a bit where we put like an emoji or something over Bus' picture and we just posted that photo?
we will discuss. Don't sell like Joe Holbert. Don't do that. Don't copy. You got to find your own lane, kid. Go
be original, man. Find your voice.
Like all I gotta say for seats is God bless Will Washington. God fucking bless Will Washington.
Shout out.
God bless Will, and then also like bless Cam Seahawk because he was able to get me to row 3. Bless both those guys. Fucking rule.
Shout out to my ticket provider. Hooked me up big time.
Who was Chuck?
No one, brother. Johnny Verney. When Wheeler Yuta has the most momentum of the 4 killers, shit is cooked. That's actually not true because Wheeler Yuta is fucking awesome and he plays his role very well. So.
He plays his role well. I don't know if I want to see him be the leader of a faction.
Whoa! We didn't say leader of a faction, just so we had to deal with the leader of a faction. That's all we said. All right. Let's get our affairs in order. All right. We have a limit to what we'll push for. We have a limit.
I suppose.
Scenes with Lance Archer as the first defense. Well, Lance Archer fucking rules, so I'm fine with that.
I like Lance. That would be funny. Though.
Lance is cool. He wears those funny sunglasses and he stares at the Rizzler like he's going to explode him with his mind. So you got to show love to him for that.
Hangman should go through the entire Callis family for like a few months and just wrestle every single one of them and have him face Cal Fletcher and Fletch can beat him.
That'd be awesome.
Like fuck the TNT title. We've already lost that one. Fuck it. Let's just leave it behind. And let's just, fellas, let's just chill. We got a few months. Yeah. We can kill some people, have some good matches, and then like full gear, we can take it off Hangman.
Sure. I'd be down for that. I gotta give this is just a wonderful chat here from Pajama. I mean, let's give it up for the real main character. Say those letters with me. The one of the greatest young talents in the world, I'll say. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. Shout out to our gauntlet winner. We'll be battling for the world championship very soon against Hangman Page. I'll tell you what, that's one of my most anticipated matches of the summer. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you guys.
I won't lie to you, I'm terrified.
No need to be terrified. Look, you put a guy like MJF in a place like that, he's gonna make something happen. You just don't got.
I won't lie, I am terrified of the prospect of MJF like being in like the crowd somewhere and the camera panning to him every time Hangman's having a great match.
There's just
let's chill on making it about MJF with Hangman's title. Let's refrain from that.
We'll make it a real feud. We'll give a real match.
Hopefully, lessons were learned from the last time he held the world championship. Hopefully,
yeah.
Because the Hurt Syndicate stuff right now is getting a little kooky for me at the moment.
It's reaching. I've reached my limit. I'll say it.
Yeah.
I've reached my limit. I'd like to see some progression here very soon.
It's getting a little far into the bit.
A little bit. Josh Alexander would be a cool first opponent. Shout out to Caden who suggested the family.
Better than Chad Gable, by the way.
Talk about it.
Also, you think about how Josh Alexander debuted in AEW a few months ago in April.
True.
He lost to Hangman Adam Page in the first round of the Owen tournament. So I think it's a nice little defense you can do. I think Josh does need to get a win to do that, though, because he's lost like everything. But you can do it.
Yeah. A lot of birthdays for today, apparently. Speedball, Excalibur, and Bobby Lashley. Shout out to them. Happy birthday to these three fellas.
Working on your birthday, baby.
Slinging bread. That sounds fucking awful. I hope you've made it out okay and you've gotten your chance to rest up since that endeavor. These allegations are not true. These are false. I would never do something like this. I was too cooked.
Cat Daddy is crazy in 2025.
Was too cooked to go to any after parties. And I was not drinking. Actually, I had a virgin margarita at the place that I went to after on Sunday. So I was keeping myself safe. And the TJPW Dallas show was fucking awesome. Suns and Shadows, always good to see you, Suns. Appreciate you hanging out. Neither of them went to StarCast. We did not. And this is the big problem. The Texas roads, yes, they are that bad because half of them have holes in them. Actually, most of them have holes in them and giant fucking potholes for you to absolutely mark your shit on. And then all the drivers are fucking stupid. There's dead ass 4 lanes for you to drive straight on, and these people can't figure out how to do it right. So I think
I will say, yeah, Texas is really bad with knowing which lane you need to drive in. That actually is fairly accurate. Yeah. Florida's kind of bad with it too, where everyone drives in the left lane.
Florida sucks in that regard. I can't lie.
No, Texas is an interesting place to drive. It also depends because you were also in DFW, which is such a unique experience. But also grow up and get better.
Not that simple.
You told you get good. Get off my show.
We know we heard what you did with the puddle of water.
Oh yeah, fucking.
We heard about you running stop signs.
I didn't even run that stop sign, by the way. He fucking said I ran the stop sign. I didn't even run it. I stopped at the stop sign. It was just a big puddle of water, and I wanted to make a big splash, and so I drove really fast down a roadway. That's all I did. Okay. And I made the big splash, and I nearly missed the stop sign, but I didn't. So I stopped, and I did the correct driving thing. Okay. Novi, this guy isn't lying on my name.
What'd you say in that restaurant?
What'd I say in that? What?
What'd you say in the restaurant?
What restaurant? Which one?
That Buzz said y'all were in a restaurant Sunday night, and you said something very loudly.
Oh, Brambuster was sitting there, and he goes, "Yo, bro, the door is closed. Let's just dine and dash." And that was supposed to be a private joke between me and him. I, however, decided to make it a public joke when I said, "Matthew, I'm not going to be dining and dashing with you."
Whoa! What's your name? Whoa!
Everyone knows his name. Everyone knows his name. Yeah, they do.
Is this a public thing?
Yeah, he's been very.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I'm the only one who no one knows my name. That's the thing. No one knows my name. But I did shout this. I did shout. Don't claim my name is fucking William.
William.
We're just gonna keep making up names for him.
I did shout this in a wonderful establishment called Bubba's. We had a great time watching the NASCAR race that was on at the time. I was very grateful to see that on the TV, and I embarrassed Brainbuster. He said that's how you know I'm a child is what he claimed about me, because he's an old man. I had a great time with that. It was very fun. The Bob Observer is correct. This fan did attempt to do this with this chair. He also, it's best we don't even talk about it because he did so many things with this chair. I don't even want to like speak about it. I'm just glad that he eventually walked away from us is all I'll say. Blood and Guts actually ending a feud for once. Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank God. Let's see here. We have some talk about Wheeler Yuta. Clearly the best worker of the Death Riders. So I just don't really know what we're talking about here, guys. Just gonna be honest. Poor JJ got fucked too. That's very sad.
DFW tried to fuck on everybody. Huh?
They really did. It was clearly a very terrible experience. Y'all want Fletcher to end another career?
Yes.
Yes, I do actually. Because he deserves it.
It's time for legend. You gotta lean into it and just be the legend killer.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of legends for him to kill in AEW, so we got some runway for it.
Jeff Jarrett, your time is now.
Well, we can do that. We can do it off camera actually. Let's pump the brakes.
No, you can if you book the right, like book it in Nashville. Like literally just book Nashville and have Kyle kill him there, and you're set.
Yeah, I could get down with that.
Marcus, there's ways to do this that are good.
We're good.
Now hold on, fellas. There's something that was very good on the show that deserves this mention. Fucking Juice Robinson and the Guns are back. Oh baby, just a beautiful sight to see.
You saw them blow that entrance, right?
Blow what? No, I didn't.
Oh, actually. So like about 5 to 10 seconds before the countdown hit, the Bang Bang Gang thing came on.
I did see that. I did see that.
So I was like,
no one knew what it was. So
yeah, I knew it was. I was like, okay, it's either Juice or it's Switchblade. I don't know which one. But because it was that, I was like, I think it's gonna be Juice.
Yeah, it was Juice, but you could have confused him for Kevin Nash. So I guess he got a Legends pop as well.
He looked kind of crazy in that fit. I can't lie to you.
It was fucking beast. He's so funny.
It was godly.
Beardless Juice is a wild visual, but I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see him.
That promo was so good, where he's like, it's no longer about fake peeing on people and running around going crazy. It's time to win some gold.
Yeah, I hope he does actually win some gold. Maybe I think maybe some trios titles are in his future. It'd make me happy.
Might vacate it with Joe out. You never know.
Could very well could. 3 stacks. Are you finding all the discourse about this Dynamite being a high pressure, must win, annoying, or justified? Highly fucking annoying, to be honest.
One person said something really dumb about this. I was like, guys, AEW will never grow and never mature if you keep doing these damn do or die scenarios for them every single fucking week. Enough.
Yeah.
Please.
I don't know why Ibu does that all the time, but it's kind of annoying. I agree, Marcus.
Yeah, we throwing Ibu in this deal. It's crazy.
Throw him under the bus that way.
He's got in the bus and drove right over him and backed over him again. Fuck you, kid. Damn.
I think it's terribly annoying though. I think if you're saying things like that, you should probably just stop tweeting. To be honest with you,
and you should just ignore these people and tell them to just like kiss cock.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Do we hope the build for Forbidden Door starts from now, or would that feel like 6 weeks of filler? I'd hope for there to be little teases now, like, Kyle Fletcher wrestling Mascara Dorada tonight on Dynamite, which is fucking amazing. Just stuff like that I'd like to see. Yeah, it's
gonna be because the heavyweights are gonna be on the G1, so you can't really do any much until it's over, or just like do some video packages here and there. Send juniors over and send CMLL guys over and have just kick-ass matches in the Aragon Ballroom for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Do you build around CMLL? You can start building for whatever stuff, like you don't need to involve the New Japan people. Like if you're going to do like historically they've done the 6 and 10 man tags that will involve some members of AEW and some of New Japan. You can start building those and then add the New Japan people in eventually that need to be added. You'll get Ishii because he's not in the G1, so you can start using him, and then the juniors and CMLL. There are ways like right now that you can build with the people you have, but I do think like we talked about Blood and Guts, that is such a good hook for the next few weeks to where it buys you a lot of time and you can get a lot of the way through this G1, and then you only have about a week or two before you can start getting those heavyweight talent.
Yeah, for the world titles, like for the first title defenses on pay-per-view, Forbidden Door's a freebie. Just throw somebody on there that, okay, you can get that and then figure out what else you want to do for All Out, because that's the end of September now. Because it doesn't have to be exclusively a CMLL or New Japan like talent versus AEW. on these shows, as got proven last year. It doesn't have to be that way, but if you want to, sure.
Yeah, I agree. 3 stacks. Are you still hoping for a Swerve heel turn? Yes.
Heel turn, yeah, down the line, because the interesting dynamic, because we were so dead set on the Bucks winning and them not being able to challenge for the belts for a year. Then when they won, it's like, okay, they won.
It's pretty shocking.
They're still in the picture. He helped Hangman, so you could play with that a little bit for the next 2 or 3 months if you so choose to do so. We'll see how the dynamics go from there. Yeah. And Ospreay got hogtied in the main event. Rest in peace to our fallen soldiers, Will Ospreay and Samoa Joe. Thought I'd put that out there.
They fought the good fight, but they can only fight for so long.
Which was a great touch because since Ospreay's been there, he's basically been like the mascot of AEW. Like his enthusiasm was like really infectious, and it came out in time when he first got in AEW. We needed it because, quite frankly, every babyface was like on camera was depressed and hated their jobs and hated their life, and just told everybody straight up, "We hate our life." And him just being like so goddamn happy to be here. And then he played a critical part in Hangman's journey back to the top, from the Owen build to everything that happened later.
Yeah,
where he was basically the avatar for all the fans that never gave up on him, and still was in his corner, no matter how much Hangman believed he didn't deserve it, or how whatever dumb shit he did to himself or to others. Yeah, like, he was in the corner like, you still the man, you the guy, you number one, you could do that, you are still the main character of this company. And him going out there and just falling flat on the sword like immediately in the main event.
Crazy.
It sold the danger of the match and sold the danger of what was going on. Because Heyman called it a suicide mission. And it was, if you're going to go out there.
Yeah.
Where somebody got to get put on the shirt to really put home. You will die or you will get fucked up if you come out here.
Yeah.
And it puts over the bravery of those who chose to go out there anyway. Like, no shitters are coming out there. When the guy Ospreay is getting executed on the spot, what you think will happen to Shawn D? The fuck you think will happen to Jeff Jarrett or whoever the hell decides to come out there? Yeah. And put over Swerve coming out, put over Darby coming back, put over Danielson coming back. It put him over so much more.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm glad those props were given, because it's definitely like it was a really, really nice story beat to add in to the match.
I want to ask this now. What's the Blood and Guts lineup? Because Ospreay and Samoa Joe are out. We have what? Hangman, Swerve, Danielson, Darby. Who's your fifth on that?
I think either Eddie comes back. I think Ospreay does come back and joins this.
I think Ospreay could make it back, and that's your 5 right there, and you leave Eddie out for now.
Can I? I'm gonna say this now before we get out of here. I'm gonna say this now. They're gonna need to do some selling on this Blood and Guts business for me. I can't say that I'm particularly hyped up about the idea of it, to be honest with you.
I don't agree, just because it's going to be such a different lineup than the Anarchy lineup was, and because it feels like they've actually built to this being a big blow off.
I'm sure it can feel that way. It doesn't exactly feel that way to me. I'd rather All In be the moment there, and then Hangman does stuff like on his own for a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. I get that part of the equation, because it's more like Mox not being the champion part of the Death Riders is there, but Death Riders are still alive. Like, they're still around. They can still terrorize you, come back. So killing them for good in a Blood and Gut setting works, and it makes sense if they choose to go that route. So I get wanting to kind of like have him go off and do his thing as a champion. Yeah. I do get that.
I'm gonna wait and see where the TV goes to really have something to say about it. Like, I'm sure I'll have an opinion further down the line, but I think for now I hope they work hard to sell me on it. Yeah, me too. Yeah, this was as JJ Williams puts it, this was a do or die episode of Novi's AEW Dynamite pre-show. It'd been a very long time since we went live, but I think this is the best way to go about things. We just chatted graps for was it an hour 15 or so, hour 20. It's what a beautiful time. Marcus, it was great to have you on once again. It was great to chat with you about the weekend. We hadn't said much because I was hoping that we'd get to have this little experience here. So is there anything you want to promote to the people? I know you had a 4-star recruit on the Inside the Swamp podcast very recently. Yeah,
I did. Like when I said on LNG that I was going to interview Caden, That's what I did yesterday on the Swamp Inside Florida Athletics. You can check that out. The audio version dropped on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get those podcasts from. We interviewed 4-star safety Florida commit Caden Hall. It was a very fun talk. We talked about his recruitment. He actually got offered like the day he went to a camp, which is very, very funny. And the fact that he is planning to play safety, he's real excited for his season opener at Milton High School in the Panhandle, shout out Pensacola, and had a good time. Talked about media days over there, and want to go ahead and check that out. Follow us at inside_swamp, and again, the audio version of the podcast is out Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get it.
I'm gonna throw it in the link. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat right now to the tweet. This will take you to the link for the audio. This will take you to the Inside the Swamp Twitter page. So make sure to go check that out. Make sure to show some love. Shout out to Marcus. The love for Florida athletics is very well felt within that pod. So make sure to check that out. And another lover of Florida athletics, Caden Lee, is there anything you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
We'll be live after Dynamite on LNG Gold watching Beast in the East. Finn Balor wins the NXT Championship. Brock Lesnar returns to Japan. So we're doing that one tonight.
Hell yeah. That'll be on LNG Gold directly following Dynamite. We're going to use that as an opportunity to chat about all things All In with myself, Caden Lee, and Brainbuster. So if you want to hear even further thoughts on how the Texas trip went for the three of us, you can go check that out there. Of course, follow my Twitter. We'll be back. There'll be much more consistent streams for this. It'd been a very busy month for the last little bit of traveling a lot of different things happening within life. So things are gonna even out here for a little bit. So I have a lot more time in my hands to go live with these every Wednesday. So make sure to join us next week. Make sure to be locked in on Saturday for the brand new video. And I hope all of you enjoy the episode of Dynamite tonight.